Logical coding, very important. Logical coding. Applying a programming language, applying a programming language to implement a customer requirements. Using programming language to develop logics whichever required for the customer requirement. It's very important. Lot of practice very much required. We will see some of the basic development in the number system logical coding. In every interview, 90% of questions will be from the logical coding only. Very important. Just to compile and run. Programmatically, how we can implement customer requirement programmatically. Building a logics are very important. Most of the people finding a difficulty on this, but every interviewer is checking logically how you are strong. Sum of 10 and 20 is 30. It's not a very difficult. I can say like a hello world program even for high school students. But how we are implementing in the programming language? How we are implementing programming language? That is very important. Let us develop a new program through command line arguments, get the data. 7 2. Just to play around this, it's very simple. Just to compile and run. Supply two command line arguments, two command line arguments. You know subtraction symbol, division symbol, addition symbol, multiplication symbol. These are not difficult for you. Only how to implement this in the programming language you should know. Customer will be supplying whatever input is required. With that input, try developing a output. Let us see another one. Copy the same M to everybody. Control A, Control C. Finding out which is a minimum. You know already. Ternary operator. While covering ternary operator, I clearly mentioned how you can calculate minimum value. If num1 is less than num2, then num1 is a minimum, otherwise num2. Minimum between simple logic, just to play around. You got to know how to find out minimum value between two given integer numbers. Ternary operator. While covering ternary operator also, I should say, please observe, you can just compile and run. It won't take more than 2 seconds. Crystal clear, you have to understand. Between 6 and 4, between 6 and 4, the minimum is a 4. Let me go for 6 and 40. Minimum is 6. The programs are very simple. You should have a more practice. Come to the next one. Copy the same program. Implement a simple logic. Only one number is supplied. Please enter one number. You need to find out whether it is a 5 multiple or not. Try implementing this by yourself. Very simple, guys. There is a mod operator. Num1 mod 5. If this is resulting 0, The number is a 5 multiple. Mod operator, you can call it a modulus operator. This modulus operator gives a reminder. If reminder is zero, then given number will be 5 multiple. I can compose a string value with a yes or no. Please observe. False value is sorry. True value is yes. False value is no. Try print this message. Already we know very well about unary operator. It is mainly for returning a value based on the Boolean condition. If Boolean condition is a true, returning true value yes. If Boolean condition is a false, then returning false value, that is no. Please play around with this. Supply one command line argument. Just to play around, everybody. Take input from the customer. Do whatever processing is required. Semicolon is missing. Supply one command line argument 4. Supply 40. You can see. Now, guys, copy the same program. Print Java if given number is the multiple of 3. Print J to double A if given number is 5. Print Bengaluru if given number is multiple of 3 and also 5. So try developing this by yourself. Print Java if given number is a multiple of 3. Print J to double E if given number is multiple of 5. Print Bengaluru if given number is a multiple of 3 and 5, 3 and also 5. I'll give 10 minutes time. Try developing by yourself. Guys, We know very well about if and else if. So here, if any number is a divisible of 15, then definitely it will be a divisible with 3 and 5. We don't require to check separately 3, separately 5. You can go for whether it is a divisible of 15. If any number is a divisible of 15, like a 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, these numbers will be divisibles with 3 and 5, 3 and also 5. Please observe. If given number is a divisible of 3 and 5, we need to print Bengaluru. I'm taking first is this condition. If this is passing, then it won't execute remaining two. If first one is a true, then remaining will not be executing. You know very well, SR. If at all your given number is not a multiple of 15, then else. We are checking whether given number is a 3, multiple with a 3. If multiple with a 3, then Java. I'm assigning message as a Java. Assume this is also false. Your given number is not a divisible of 3. Then it will go to the else. It is checking whether it is a divisible of 5. If given number is divisible of 5, we are reinitializing message as J to W. Finally, we are printing what is the number and what is the status. So num1 and the message. This type of logic, it's very simple but very important, guys. Most of the computer science people also not having good logic. It should be improved. I'm supplying one number which is 60. We are getting Bengaluru. Why? Because it is a multiple of 3 and also 5. It is a multiple of 3 and also 5. Let us go for 20. It is only for divisible for 5. J to W. Let's go for 21. It's only divisible to 3. Even Java. Got it or not? Now, I'll give 5 more minutes time. Add one more condition to the same program. Add one more condition. Print wrong input. If it's not divisible to 3 or 5 or both. A print wrong input if it's not a divisible to 3, not a divisible to 5, not a divisible to both. Not a divisible to 3, not a divisible to 5, not a divisible to both. See, if no condition is passing, go for else. Simple. Message is equal to what is the wrong input. You should understand the importance of else and also default in the switch case. In the switch case, default, and in the else if series, else block. The last one. When this will be executing, if no block is executing before, if no block is executing before, then only this block will execute. In the switch cases also, if no case is suitable, if no case is suitable, then only default will execute. Here, whenever all these three sequential conditions are failing, then only it will go to the else. Assume first one is passing, remaining completely will be skipping. Assume second one is passing, remaining completely skipping. If third one is passing, remaining completely skipping. If all three are failing, then only else. What is the last one? The given number should not be divisible to 3, should not be divisible to 5, should not be divisible to both. Both means 15, 3 into 5. Then you have to bring this one. It is very, very important. Understood now? Come to the next one. M6. Simple one. Print given number is an even or an odd. Any number can be supplied. Any number can be supplied. You can also copy from the previous. Try modifying by taking the content from the previous program. It's very simple compared to previous program. This is very simple compared to earlier. Just to go for divisible with 2. Every even number is divisible with 2. Every even number is divisible with 2. If at all remainder is not a 0, straight away you can go for odd. See how simple. Given number is a even or odd. Understanding that? It's very simple. Just to check it out, what could be the remainder while dividing with 2? If remainder is 0 while dividing with 2, definitely it's a even. For all even numbers, remainder will be 0. Mod operator returns a remainder. Let us consider 4 divided by 2. It is a 2 remainder 0. 6 divided by 2. It is a 3 remainder 0. 10 divided by 2. It is 5 remainder 0. 16 divided by 2. It is a 8 remainder 0. 30 divided by 2. 15 remainder 0. Please observe. The next one, print a number of digits in a given number. Maximum allowable number is 10,000. Like 5 digits number maximum. Maximum allowable number. Maybe let me go for 99,999. Print number of digits in a given number. How many digits are there in the given number? Maximum one limit I have given. Guys, if it is less than 10, one digit. If it is less than 100, already we considered till to 9. Now it will consider 10 to 99. 10 to 99, two digits. Then go for 1000, three digits. 10,000 is four digits. If it is 1 lakh, five digits. If it is 10 lakhs, six digits. Else may be out of bounds. 'Check it out. You should understand it clearly. Else, sorry, here else is missing. In all the places, else is required. If first one executes, it won't move the second one. That is what the meaning of else if. Now you can compile, run, play around. Please observe. If given number is less than 10, then digits will be 0 or 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One digit. If given number is less than 10, one digit. If at all given number is not a less than 10, then it will go to the else or not. Now we are checking whether given number is less than 100. If your given number is a 10, 11, 12 till to 99, from 10 onwards, if two digits are starting till to 99, then it will be 2. When this is executing, whenever first one is failing, when first one will be failing, if number is not less than 10, if number is 1 to 9, first one will execute. If number is 10 onwards anything, then first one fails. If first one failing, then second one is checking. Assume your given number is 66. It is less than 100. It executes second if block. Digits are 266. So this else if block will execute if given number is from 10 to 99. 10 onwards till to 99, total digits are 2 only. Come on. 10 onwards till to 99, total number of digits. Then assume your given number is returning false. Then this will be trying to execute from 100 to 999. From 100, 100 is a 3 digits number or not? 100 is a 3 digits number. Till to 999, all are 3 digits numbers. If you are giving any number between 100 to 999, you will be getting a 3 digits. Come on. Similarly, this is for 4 digits. 1000 is a 4 digits or not? 1000 to 9999, 4 digits, 5 digits, 6 digits. Then out of bounds. If like a bigger number, which is not acceptable. This is very important. This type of analysis you should get. Where is odd? Odd is not there. M7. There is a semicolon missing. In the previous program also, semicolon was missing. Come to M7, supply single digit. Sorry, it should be 7. The current class is 7. 9 in one digit. Let's go for 99. 2 digits. 3 digits. You can go for any number of digits. This is the best way of identifying total number of digits available. So there is one more way which is shortest one, very shortest one that I'll show you later. So whatever logic we kept, it is little lengthy logic, little lengthy, and there is a boundary also. Without boundary, we can find out total number of digits. That portion, that way, I'll show you later. For understanding easiest way, I developed this logic. Through this, you can identify very easily if else conditions, else if requirement. Mainly, you should know, every software engineer should know why do we require else if, how effectively we can use else if, in which scenario we can use if, else if, then finally else. Through these examples, you can easily understand.